Howdy, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't check out my past videos, make sure you check out my past videos. If you didn't know, I'm a night owl type of person. Yes, I know I'm making the videos today, but trust and believe, I love the night more than I love the day, bro. It's just how. So expect these videos to always come out after 6 p.m. Pacific time. Anytime after 6 p.m. Pacific time. You know what I'm saying? Most likely it's going to be around like 9 or 10. I'm going to be real because I like the super late times because I know a lot of people be winding down, chilling and stuff. You feel me? So be on the lookout for those videos around those times. You feel me? Today, we got a video from the Cosmic Wonder. Official Marvel new X-Men announcement. This is genius.
Massive new details about the new X-Men movie have just been revealed by none other than the head of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, and the writer of the new X-Men movie, E. Sung-jin. In two different interviews, they talked a lot.
Mutants are, is that what the title of the movie gonna be? Mutants are coming home? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm really excited for this, bro, because we get to see new actors play some of our favorite characters. You know what I'm saying? From the X-Men. Or at least a handful of them are getting replaced, moved, for a new generation. So I'm really excited about this, bro. I really wonder who's gonna be playing Scott. I wonder if they are gonna give us a new Wolverine as, like a younger Wolverine, other than because we know Hugh Jackman gonna be playing Wolverine for a cool minute. You know what I'm saying? They already said that, but I wonder if they are still going to get a new Wolverine for this new X-Men, you know what I'm saying? Because what if Logan could just be a variant after we get this new X-Men group? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of got me wondering, like, I wonder what actors are the front runners for a lot of these characters, bro. We might have to look that up.
About what to expect from the new X-Men movie, and I think a lot of you
I've been saying for a long time,
really like what they had to say in the direction that they are taking the new X-Men movie in, and just the X-Men in the MCU. And that probably starts with Spider-Man Brand New Day. If you know, looking at you, Sadie Sink, looking at your red hair. And on top of all of that, we have new reports about castings and something that Marvel Studios might be planning that I think would kind of blow everybody's minds, but it makes total sense when you put it in the grand scheme of where the MCU is going. What's going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel today. Like I said, a lot of news about the new X-Men film. One interview with Kevin Feige is from Collider, and they talk a lot about what is going on with the X-Men. This was a roundtable discussion that Collider was a part of. And
she's the girl who played she could have low-key played Jean Grey too. She the girl who played if I remember correctly, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since I watched the show. Ain't she the one who played Hope Michelson in the vampire series? Not the vampire series, but the Vampire Diaries. I'm talking about the Legacies. Don't she play Hope Michelson in Legacies, bro? Or am I tripping? Is it a different girl? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've seen her face before. But she could have played Jean Grey.
Article says it is titled Marvel head Kevin Feige confirms controversial X-Men casting decision. Now, I've read this already.
I'll be like, who say he
I don't think it's very controversial. I actually think everyone's going to really like what he had to say. So let's go into it. It says Wolverine's tiny little shoes are going to need filled properly when it comes around to recasting them.
You just say tiny little shoes. Man, y'all playing with my boy, bro. You know, there's some big shoes to fill. But like I said, bro, I'm glad we touching on this right now. Like I was saying, are they going to recast Wolverine? Because they did say Hugh Jackman is going to be in the game for a minute. But it doesn't mean they won't recast him. It could just mean he's a different variant, and then we got to, I really wonder who's going to be playing X-Men. Not X-Men. I wonder who's going to be playing Wolverine, bro. I really do. I have a few ideas. I just don't remember their names. I'll probably put their pictures up a little later, get a little deeper in this. But I don't know, man. Who gonna feel? Who y'all think should play Wolverine, bro? And it has to be somebody young. Y'all can't say Henry Cavill. That's how you say his name, right? Y'all can't say him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already of age. I should say. You know what I'm saying? He honestly, how old is? Hold on, let me see how old bro is real quick before I start talking shit. Yeah, bro, he's 43 years old, bro. We gotta choose somebody that's in like they mid to young 20s, bro, or even late 20s. You got to be somebody under their 40s though, bro. It just has to, because we don't want to keep recasting this character, because bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, Marvel is going to choose a character that's young enough to play the character for at least 4 to 3 to 4 years, bro. They're gonna pick a character that can at least play it for 3 to 4 years. And I'm not saying Henry Cavill don't have the the energy to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because just because he's 43 years old don't mean he can't move around like he's 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? He very well can. But I just don't think it's smart for them to do that. I think it would be smart if they get a younger character.
Wolverine's tiny little shoes are going to need filled properly when it comes around to recasting the most popular heroes in Marvel history. However, reports have indicated that Marvel Studios is beginning to get pretty serious about the long gestating X-Men reboot, and the next phase is about to begin. However, for those looking for some A-list starts to head the Westchester County, be warned, this will be a budget-conscious version of the X-Men.
What does that mean, bro, when they say budget-conscious, bro? This could mean two things, bro. We're not getting actors that we know. You know what I'm saying? Not saying like nobody knows them, but I'm saying like the masses. Like they ain't A-list celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Or this can mean they will get those actors, but they will negotiate a price. Because, bro, if y'all remember RDJ, the amount of, bro, it was such a spectacle, bro. The amount of money RDJ was making, bro, didn't make no sense. And like I said, bro, at the time we was talking about it in that video, bro, he does deserve it because how big of a character he is and everything, you feel me? And everything that he does. But it was still like, that's a lot of money y'all can put back into the movie. You know what I'm saying? Or pay some other actors to get them to play certain heroes, to get them inside. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of cameos have been vaulted because of the amount of money they paid their actors, bro. And maybe it's like when you become a certain tier of actor, you could demand that money. You know what I'm saying? They can't really go below it. Maybe it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an actor. I don't really know too much about that. But they was spending a lot of money on these actors, bro, that they could have put into the movie instead. And it's not like they don't have the money to do it. It's just, why spend so much money on that when you could spend much more money on... And, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, the movie Obsession, I feel like got a lot of people wanting to change the way they make movies, like the way they want to spend their money and stuff, because the actors, they didn't get paid a lot, but they put a lot of money into the movie, you know what I'm saying? And then they made a shit ton back. So maybe they trying to go more into that, like, let's focus more on putting more money into what the set will look like, put more money into the powers, the way the powers look on screen, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what they mean by this budget conscious version of the X-Men, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this is a budget conscious version of Marvel, which wouldn't be too bad, you know, because they still gonna be spending a lot of money.
I don't really think it's about the budget. We're gonna get into this, but basically they're not looking for like these huge names to play the new X-Men characters in the MCU. Sure.
And that's why I said, bro, if they not looking for huge names, they also looking to not pay as much money, bro. It goes hand in hand, bro. There's no way for them to really shake that. And they could say like, we don't mind spending money. It's like, yeah, y'all do, nigga. Don't lie. You feel me? And let's be real, bro. It is some actors that's not A-list celebrities that can really play these roles very well, bro. And they probably just haven't got a chance because they were looking at bigger actors at the time. You know what I mean? But it has to do with money, bro. Come on, let's be real, bro. They trying to spend a little less money, you know?
They might throw one or two in there, maybe Professor X, maybe Magneto, maybe Cyclops. They might be A-lister actors, but for the most part, they want smaller actors to play these roles. And I think a lot of people really like that as well because, you know, when Chris Hemsworth, when Chris Evans, when a lot of these people who play these iconic characters now started in the MCU, they weren't really that big. The MCU kind of made them big.
They trying to be like kind of really made Brady, them big. You know what I'm saying? How he made all.
And I think a lot of people really like that, though. We started with smaller actors and just watched them grow, mostly in part due to Marvel and some other films, of course, as well. So let me know what you think about that right away.
I think it's smart.
Let's go into this. It says, now we know that Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier will helm the project, which we do know. And I'm happy about that because I think he did a fantastic job with the Thunderbolts. And we know he's confirmed casting is happening soon. I actually think they've been casting for a while. Most of you know I think Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, and I think that's basically confirmed at this point. I think they have some other ones casted as well. We're going to talk about that in some casting news in just a bit. The studio is reportedly seeking lesser-known younger actors to populate its new take on Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Love it. I love it. Let me know. According to agents who were quoted last year by Variety, this is meant to keep the cost down and make sure the focus remains.
What did I say, bro? Even though they saying like it's not primarily about money, it still has to do with money, bro. If they paying actors that don't have a big name, cause like, bro, in all reality, bro, they could probably do another 5 years with these same characters, but they will have to pay them a lot of money. Because now they up there now. They top tier actors now. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay them their bread or they going to walk away. You don't want actors to walk away in the middle of the, you know? Then you got to start over. So they going with the actors that don't get paid as much, meaning they still got more like passion and grit about the whole entire thing. You know what I mean? Not saying RDJ, Chris Evans and them don't have no passion for what they doing. I'm just saying the younger actors that don't get paid as much to be on this type of set, they gonna act their ass off, bro. Real talk, they gonna act their ass off for sure. And we need that, bro. We need some actors that's really in it for the game. You know what I'm saying? And for them to spend a little bit less money, I guess you could say it'll kind of help them as well weed out the people that just want to be in it because they gonna make bread and get popular for being a Marvel, or people that's they can separate them from the people that really just want to be in it because they love acting. You know what I'm saying? They want to show people that they can really be on a big stage. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, bro, this does have to do with money, bro. But in turn, with them spending less money on the actors, they can spend more money on the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, putting more things on set, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean?
Honed in around the themes of youth,
it's smart,
identity, and finding one's place in the world. And of course, these are all staple themes of the X-Men. Yes, they are.
I'm telling, bro,
and I think the cost comes with it when you don't hire A-list actors. You know, you don't pay money the ones below as much. Hopefully, they get paid as much as they grow. But here's where it comes in, and what Kevin Feige said. Jake's an incredibly smart guy. He's talking about Jake Schreier, the director for this. So Jake's an incredibly smart guy, and he's an incredibly talented filmmaker. Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige said during the roundtable, "We had a great experience with him on Thunderbolts, and if you saw that movie, what he did with those character interactions, he also has his pulse on, shall we say, a younger demographic, because X-Men, as it was in the comics,
does this mean he's gonna try to put in
oriented,
certain
focused,
and
cast movie?
Don't force it.
So right there, it's gonna be youth oriented. That's what they're gonna focus on.
Okay.
The cast is also going to be younger as well. So we really are getting the beginning of the X-Men, and the writer talks about how it is a fresh start, like it's brand new. We'll get into that right after we talk about Kevin Feige.
Ooh, we might see them like confirms it.
Yes, it's younger, right? We're not going to have like an older cast, which I think is obviously the right way to go.
Who the hell is that dude in the back with the fire?
Starting a new universe after Avengers Secret Wars, or during Secret Wars, but when we get finally a new X-Men team for the first time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we want them to be around forever, basically. At least 15 years, so they have to be young. But going into what writer Lee Sung-jin said, it makes me even more excited. This is what he said. Kevin Feige just wants to take a big swing and start anew. Not to be beholden to any of the movies that have come before. So this is going to be a completely fresh take on the X-Men. It's not to say that they might not follow some of the same stories. Like, for example, I'm sure we're going to get the Phoenix story, right? I'm sure that's just going to be told at some point in time in the MCU. What I think he's saying here is they don't really care what happened before. Sure, they would honor it in some way, but everything they're doing is their own story. It's new. It's in a completely new universe, so they can essentially do whatever they want, right? And just because like the Fox X-Men did something before doesn't mean that they're not going to tackle it now in the MCU, because they certainly will. So a big swing. So it's going to be a crazy movie. We already know that, but I'm glad that they're not holding anything back. He continues. He says a lot. Jake Schreier has such a clear vision in terms of wanting to get back to character first.
Hello.
Sure. And to what is exciting about those early Chris Claremont run comics, which I know a lot of people are going to really like, which was all about team dynamics. And that's true. When Claremont took the run, it became, people say it became like a soap opera, right? A soap opera where it's all about the relationships of the X-Men family. You know, some are friendships, some are rivalries, some are romantic relationships, right? Romantic triangles and such there. And really just them being close together as a family, I think, is what they need to focus on. And Kevin Feige did also confirm that, yeah, they're going to talk about how society doesn't all accept them, and they are going to have anti-mutant people. In fact, it looks like Tramell Tillman's character in Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be playing William Metzger. It's not confirmed, but that's been reported by many people, and he is an anti-mutant activist. So it's kind of already started.
Man,
it's
so
just
he already got a whole feeling.
He also said that Kevin and Luis D'Esposito are so dialed in, and they have such incredible instincts. Now, keep in mind, Kevin Feige started with the X-Men, the first X-Men movie with Hugh Jackman. That's where he really got to start at Marvel. So the X-Men are very dear to him. He knows a lot about the X-Men. He knows a lot about the X-Men source material. And hearing that his instincts are on point basically right now is really great to hear. And he finally ends with, we have every X-Men character on the board, and to be able to spitball and freestyle on, what about this person? It's so emboldening, because you're like, oh wow, this isn't going to be a safe movie. This is actually going to be a really exciting new take.
I'm telling you,
whatever they're
planning,
it's going to be Saga out, it's something that we probably haven't really seen on screen before. Again, there's going to be some aspects. Like if they're doing First Class, well, that's just the X-Men coming together, right? So sure, we've seen that happen before on screen, but that doesn't mean the story is going to be the same. We have to see them come together. This is the start. They've said multiple times now, this is new. This is fresh. A new beginning.
Iceman. That's what I want to see is Iceman.
For the new X-Men in the MCU. And I cannot wait to see what they have in store. Sounds like whatever they've dialed in on is going to be crazy and really fresh. So I'm excited about that. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Now, like I did mention,
who the hell is Dazzler?
We do have some new reports about casting. And the recent one comes from my...
Oh, I like this. I like this. I fuck with dude a lot, bro. The first time I seen him act was when I was watching Riverdale, you know what I'm saying? But I like, bro, he can act, bro. Him playing, y'all think he fit for the Beast?
And the N. Snyder. The N. Snyder reported that Charles Melton
should he play the Beast?
Is being eyed for, or maybe even talked to them already, or maybe has even been cast right now for the X-Men reboot. According to Jeff Snyder, the role is Beast, which is very interesting. And My Time to Shine Hello has said that she has heard this as well. Now, Charles Melton, that's an interesting choice because he is a little older. He's 35 years old, but Hank McCoy can be older. Beast can be a little bit older because he typically kind of is. At least he's been portrayed that way in some of the X-Men films. He's 35, so when you hear youth-oriented, that's not exactly what you think of. You think, early 20s, like Sadie Sink, right? That's basically what you think. So if they want to go with Hank McCoy being an older character in the universe and kind of a mentor and being the genius that he is, this would actually work. And what's really interesting is Lee Sung-jin, the writer for the X-Men movie, he made Beef. Charles Melton was in Beef. There's a big connection there. So this checks out, right? So if he is cast as Beast, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, another thing that we've been hearing, which is pretty crazy.
Bro, there's a fucking beetle flying on my... It just headbutt my window, bro. Fucking tired of beetles, bro. I've been hearing it all day, bro. It's like, bro, trying to come in here and smoke with me.
That when I heard about this a little bit ago, I actually personally heard about this, and I thought, okay, that's probably going to happen, but we'll see what everybody says, what everybody thinks. Now I'm hearing it more, and I thought about it, though, and I thought, this is just going to be insane. It's going to be so great. This is what we're hearing now from multiple insiders. Secret Wars will have new mutants different to the Doomsday cast. So what are the chances some of them debut there? I think they're saying debut there as in Avengers Doomsday?
No, I think Secret
The new
Wars,
X-Men team is most likely going to debut in Secret Wars. Some of them. I don't think all of them.
I think, yes.
But I think we might get a few of them. We know.
Oh, wait, we could still get some of those characters in Doomsday because remember the X-Men are fighting in Doomsday. So we could see some of these characters just as kids or something like, you know what I mean? Who knows? We can see that happening.
Getting Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, so she's already here way before Secret Wars even happens. But that's coming from Cryptic HD Quality, the Beyond Reporter. Also,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The Mutant Saga, like I've been saying for a minute, is gonna be the best saga Marvel put out, only because they got all this feedback from the previous sagas. You know what I'm saying? Then they up now with all the AI tech and all that, bro. They finna go crazy, bro. And like he was saying, Kevin Feige, when he came in, his first thing was the X-Men. So now that's coming right back around to that. Do y'all think he's gonna not put his blood, sweat, and tears into this? Not saying he don't do it for the other stuff, but I'm saying for X-Men in particular, bro. He gonna put his all into this one, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, because we've been hearing too that Kevin Feige supposedly might step down or something like that. I'm not sure if that's still lingering around, but what if the Mutant Saga is the last thing he do for Marvel?